able to get. I mean, unfortunately, that was the one battle that did actually last longer than 5 seconds.
So when you look at the matchup, or the game, when you're looking at the tanks, what are you specifically looking for as a rule of thumb?
Well, when you load in, you look at it and you think, okay, what flank am I on the map? What tanks do they have? What tanks do I have? Etc. Etc. And then you make a rough guess of where everyone is going to go based on an average rule of thumb. So in this case, the best flank for us is to go to J1 to potentially farm the mouse, IS7, Z5, etc. And avoid the brawl with the mediums. The reason we want to avoid the brawl with the mediums because, well, there's a lot of Russian mediums. They're pretty damn good at brawling, and if they rush, we're gonna have a hard time dealing with it when we have a fucking leopard one, which is about as useless as it gets. Another centurion, which is not going to be able to use its turret armor properly on the other flank. What else do we have? A TVP, that tank's too big to trade. There's a lot of bad matchups we have compared to them. The other thing is that it's just effectively going to be an instant sort of potential for them to actually YOLO. So even if we, don't get a chance to brawl, they might just YOLO straight up and rush us, which they have every right to do because they just have better tanks for it. And then the final thing we should immediately notice, and this TVP should immediately notice, is that he needs to turn around because there's not enough flanks over there.
With them.
Yeah. So the only way you can win that flank from this side, because I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like if you try to push up to the C0 position from this side, you usually get lit by tanks, and it's very easy to snipe across and shoot a tank that's trying to climb the 0 line from our flank. So usually it's just better to start over here. This flank is invariably better at controlling the castle than the other flank is. Like, this is our side of the map. This area, this flank, this is our side. They can't take it from us.
It's gonna be too much. Have to hug the rock here. Sheridan won't let me though. Oh, I'm bouncing. It's cute.
You just have to be careful. Always, the thing you need to be aware of when you're in this flank is whether the TDs that sit in a camping position can shoot you or not. That's the one thing you really need to be aware of.
Okay, I think they have a bad shot sniping from the middle. Like from where the TDs usually camp. Oh, there he is. Never mind, I was wrong.
Alright, so we forced them back. I don't really think there's going to be any damage, so just make sure you're unlit and then relocate down to the south.
To defend against the east flank.
Right, because we want to make sure that they don't fall. You do a little bit of damage to these heavies, and if there's nothing left for you to do and they kind of withdraw, then you just leave them there for a little bit. It's important to remember that heavies are slow, and it takes them a long time to make their mind up because they're slow people. So you just need to keep in mind that it's going to take them a while before they realize that that flank is kind of undermanned now, and they'll push. But if we push them, we're just going to get shredded by, for example, that T110E4 that's lit. A one-round move means we're dead, so just better to relocate and swing back down and see what you can find.
He's poking the hill.
Yeah, if you find a shot you think you can poke up and take it, go for it. I generally stay down because I don't want to get lit immediately, and only for like a half turret shot like that. So I poked up too far and I got lit. So, and then I get around here and then I just see what I can find to shoot at. The only thing you have to keep in mind is the auto-loading batshot audio, of course.
There's an SCRV.
SCRV's made a mistake. That's a really bad position for him. So this Super Conqueror needs to start doing work against the 62A because it can't just be our job. Basically, he has to force the 62A back into a position. So this 140 is up here and he's not being shot at, so I'm pretty confident we can move up as well. Although there's 430. Yeah, 430. Let's take shots. Like, there's actually a 140 there as well. Interesting. Take one more shot on the 430. I'm gonna make it up to these buildings up here.
Wow, T62A.
Yeah, you stay down for now. We don't actually need that many tanks up here, to be honest with you.
So this is usually my problem, is I don't know what to do when.
Well, that's all. That's
like-
yeah. Like finding where the damage is the hardest bit. You gotta make sure you do that, but without like overexposing yourself to a potential loss because you bleed too many hit points. I like bled an unnecessary hit points there because I don't know where our Super Conqueror went, but he's not doing. Oh, he relocated for some reason. What you could actually do now is go back the other way and see if you can find shots on the mouse, maybe. We absolutely need to get rid of this 62A though.
He's making life pretty hard.
Yeah, well, he's making free pokes right now. No one's punishing, so I'm gonna punish. There's a JP100 back there. That's good.
I get shots on this mouse.
Yeah, he's dealt with. It's just everything you need to do is very careful at this stage because one wrong move means you might get 1,000 damage from the JP100 in the face or something else.
That E5? No, that E5 got YOLO'd.
Okay, they're starting to make increasingly drastic plays over here, so we just need to make sure that we don't allow that.
Okay.
Once again, 62A making free pokes.
Come on, let me reload. No. Okay, IS-7 is a one-shot. 62A, so go there.
I'll do with a 62A. I think I should be able to get him actually. The only problem is he's trying to bait up for the JP100. Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Oh, he doesn't have a shot on me right now though.
JPE's moving.
He might come out in the open soon.
Yes. I went ahead and tracked them.
Alright, just make sure you don't poke if you're lit right now, just in case he, yeah.
He just shot, he just shot.
It. Yeah, if he's shot then...
Oh, there's the
No,
back
stay
shot.
down.
Get Ari safe. Yeah, I get
That's 2, so the bat shot only has 1 potential shot left.
Alright, 62 is still there. Object 430. Might get yellowed.
Just stay safe from the 140 for right now. I'm gonna come around and kill him from the back. Just keep in mind, in fact, turn your turret towards this or where the 62A might poke with heat.
I might swing around too wide here. Get a shot on this guy.
Bat's already fired. He probably reloaded a full shot. Just
Okay,
be
the
careful.
Object
Though.
430 was a one shot, and so is the T100.
Yep. If you're being proxy lit, just stay safe. It's important to keep in mind that there's still damage to farm regardless of how low you may be on hit points. So don't take risky shots or expose yourself in a way. Just wait for backup. For example, the 183 has not been lit, so he could well be AFK in the base. That's a full HP 183. So these things are important to keep in mind.
Unlit.
Also, this is a precarious situation. We may still lose this game, so that's another reason not to make sure you don't throw your life away for nothing.
Okay.
Oh, unlucky. It's alright. There's not much you could have really done about that. You were getting flanked from different angles, and it was taking everyone a while to get over to you.
So what else could I have done? Just stay there, I guess.
Unless you had an immediate way out that was safe, yeah, that's really all you could have done. If you did have a way out, then obviously you need to take that. It's like you have to like look at all possible options and think what is the least risky. Okay, so for example, the JP100 is right there, so I know that the JP100 is not going to shoot me from across the map like it was previously. So this 430 is looking like a juicy option for me. So if I can find him and maybe even catch the lightweight. Don't know where he went though. I got lit. Oh dear, that's not good. He's in front of me. He'll shoot me again. He'll be greedy. He's in front of me. That shot already is in front of me at A0. No chance. I had to hope that he would bounce, but it was never going to happen if he was over there.
I'm perfectly happy watching a God King crush peasants.
Thanks, Poe. So, okay, so you see how that Centurion played that? He, like, YOLO'd in and he had absolutely no reason to do that. If he'd have just popped over the hill, the only thing that would have been lit was his turret, and he would have taken, basically, potentially no damage on this 62A, depending on the 62A's roll. He's going to die to artillery, though, so...
So instead of going wide, he should have just peeked over.
Yeah, he could have taken that a lot slower than he did. There's the 183, yeah. He's pretty excited, the 183, because now that his teammates are dead, he gets to shoot sometimes. It's really exciting.
He gets to actually play the game.
Yeah. Is there another tank you want to look at, or do you want to just watch this?
Well, I'm also learning the E100 right now.
Alright, we can go into that then. So that was like actually kind of a good battle in the sense that it was like a lot of medium flexing back and forth around, looking for shots and relocating your position.
So, like, my job as a medium is just to flex around the map, trying to.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of heavy tanks are far too slow to do that. If you mess up with your initial position, you're dead, or you're gonna get no damage or whatever. You know, whereas a medium can flex around and apply its pressure where it's needed and lull this matchmaker. So we're at 2 E100s in a tier 8 game.
Thank God I'm playing Windstorm.
So we just need to... Okay, we have two options. One of them is to go south, push through the city, which could mean we miss everything. The second option, which is a little sketchier, is to go through the middle, but not directly through the middle, but instead kind of cut through. Can you still hear me though, Kix? Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through across the bridge. So there's like a curved bridge and we'll take that across. The problem is if we go around this, I mean RNG is RNG, like pubbies play weird and they could end up going all into the city. But I seriously doubt it. Yeah, so just this one that the M48 crossed. This allows us to basically bypass the long bridges and apply pressure directly through the middle, so our slow tanks aren't out of the fight regardless of where they put their tanks. We have enough hit points and firepower between us to delete just about anything, so... Okay, so T-57, we know what that is. That's really huge for us to know where he is at all times. So like I said, like he could be there with the E5, and then we could waste our lives slowly pushing across while he... Yeah, there's the E5, so this is why this position is quite nice. The first tank to come in contact with us will be like pretty ripped, to be honest. I'll slow down a little bit by ramming myself into the building. The bat shot already is a tier 9 bat already, so we don't have to worry about that. It'll just shoot us once and maybe do a little bit of damage. Ignore the CDC for now. Just see if you can shoot the Scorpion. He's the one that can pen you. Nice. Now I'll see if I can get the CDC. Okay, so they're doing a heavy push down the A-B line. So we're gonna kind of swing up this way a little bit. Just keep an eye on these. I don't want to take too much damage from the flank, but also important that we sort of show how big our dicks are, basically. Let's actually push down here, because then they'll have to chase over at us or deal with our allies. Either way, they're fucked. Let's go kill the Conqueror. Should be a double tap. If you have a shot, take it. Nice shot. Alright, now let's turn around, swing back the other way. Oh, do you have a shot? No, we'll be reloaded. Alright, just keep turning, just keep turning. He's not going to do that much damage. Just keep your turret back towards him. We might get a shot on the T-57 as well, so we'll just come back this way. Alright, turn your turret back now. Might get shot once or twice by the Prima, but it doesn't really matter. It's not exactly damage we can't afford to take. And he'll run out of shots as soon as we crest over this hill. I thought the Emil would be able to deal with it, but like trusting puppies is always a mistake. And shoot him if you can. Nice shot, and we'll swing back, clear up the T-28. And that's that. So I guess the point of this battle was just, like I said, you know, E100 is so slow. If we made the mistake of choosing the wrong flank on like a medium, which would always, you know, be able to flex around, then we would get nothing out of the game. But the fact that we went mid meant that we could have gone either flank. We're able to get much more out of the game than we would have been able to. And it doesn't matter if we took a little bit of damage there from the tier 8s. Because, you know, we have so many hit points, it doesn't really make a difference. Bit of a team wipe, though. In the E100, yeah, heat is pretty important, to be honest with you. You can use AP, especially in a match like that. Like I could have fired all AP in that game, except for like one shot. All of them would have penned with AP. But when you have such a long reload, you have poor accuracy, I just don't leave things to chance. And especially in a tier 10 game, you definitely don't want to leave things to chance with 246 pen and a 16-second reload with poor accuracy. But you can use AP in E100. It does work, but it's really how much you want to spend on mitigating RNG. I try my best to not allow RNG to dictate whether I'm going to pen a shot. You know, when you look at a shot and you think that has a 60% chance or even an 80% chance to go through with AP, what's the result of you not penning that shot? If the worst happens and RNG screws you over, what's the worst that can happen in that case where the guy takes less damage, is able to do more damage to you or your allies or whatever, you know? So in this, we just have to win over the 3-4 line, and hopefully we'll have someone on the 1 line to help us. It's going to be difficult because we're up against Russian mediums. Fortunately, the 430 is kind of a trash Russian medium. The 140 could be difficult, but the 430 I'm not too worried about. The biggest problem here is the fact that it's a 140 with artillery backup. That's going to be the hardest thing to deal with. There's going to be absolutely no damage, I hope, on the 9-0 line. I would be surprised if there was, but we'll go mid anyway and see what happens. And after this, we'll let another dude have a go since I only have an hour left. We can get into the second dip. So that's just looking for shots at different angles and praying we don't get RD'd, basically. Well, I actually bounced the side turret of a T-44. Okie dokie game. Just wait till the Emil and the Prima basically are in position on that flank. Okay, the 140 is lit over there, which means he's probably with his platoon mate. Let's be aggressive here. Let's push into the next little dip here. Keep an eye out for tanks that'll be in front, though, like this ISU. We have to be aggressive here, really aggressive. Artie, if you can. Oh, did you take the... I got it. Okay, the Emil should have pushed like 3 years ago.
Some learning. I know I need it.
Hey Fox, thank you for the resub, dude. I really appreciate it. Thanks, man. Okay, the Emil and the Prima were really slow to recognize that they needed to push that, but now we just... You can just play the hill and should be able to outplay this ISU easily. Alright, we need to be careful not to go around this hill because they will be ready to defend, probably. Oh, M53. We got no shots, no shots. Just leave it. Hopefully the Pershing or something goes after him. We can't really go after him. Wow, no damage. Oh boy. Shoot the Lorraine if you can. No, I pulled away. Fuck, I missed. That's bad. So this 430 we should actually be able to farm quite efficiently. The RD is dead, so that's really good for us. Nice shot. Let's keep moving progressively around to deal with this 430. Oh, actually 140 on the hill. Just keep playing with your turret. Now 430 again. Oh, he penned me. Nice shot. Just be careful of Sheridan. Make sure he doesn't shoot you. Sheridan's distracted. See if you can get the kill. I got it. T-25 pilot is back there. Let's back off now. Oh shit, you're already committed. Alright, you have to go down now. Yeah, you can't push that. Rip. Just try and pick a safe spot to go. Nice shot. Pick the safest route back. Just be careful. You don't want to get wrecked as you're getting back. There'll be tanks all along that position. Nice shot in the Sheridan. Looks like we won't be able to reset though. They've got 3 on the cap. It's remarkable that we have a light tank and they're able to cap. There's nothing we could have done about that, but it's kind of insane that we have a light tank and he couldn't reset the cap. Oh well. We would have been a lot faster with that if the mill and the
other guy pushed.
Yeah, that T-44 actually held us up, which shouldn't have been possible. You can see that their 140 and their 430 really didn't have a good game, all things considered, that they pushed that flank and they still didn't have a good game. The only reason they won was because of the cap, even though we had a light tank still alive. I'm not really sure why he was so far back. But yeah, when you went over like that, it was super risky. You just clear up the 430 and ignore the 140 and come back, but that's okay.